Hey guys, so I'm gonna go and talk to you guys about when where this all stems from when it comes to feeling stupid. And I think that a lot of people do not want to talk about this. Like I told you guys, I'm one of those people, I just kind of just say it how it is. I'm known for being very blunt. If you go and meet me in person and all that, just very I'll just say whatever. And I am not afraid to go and discuss things that people do not want to talk about. And so I want to go and tell you guys about the word stupid. And if you have felt this way, I want you to know you are not alone in this deep down. And I'm gonna go and tell you guys my story and the way that I have thought a lot, and that in reality there is nothing wrong to feel stupid. And I'm gonna go and tell you guys why. So where this all stems from was that if you have not been following me, I'm gonna go and tell you a little bit about myself. So I was born in China, and I was put in an orphanage, and I was there for 5 years of my life. And in this orphanage, they mistreated children and all that. And I honestly can't remember exactly what happened and all that. But all I know is that they mistreated the children there by starving them and doing punishments that were not okay and all that. So I don't really remember much, but all I know is, from what I've been told, is that at this time I only knew Chinese. So where I was born at, I was born in a part of China that a lot of people did not speak the certain dialect. And it was a special dialect, and it was dying and all that, so not many people knew it. And so if you guys want to know, I was born in Nongchong. So I spoke Chinese in a dialect that nobody could understand. But apparently my favorite word when I was a kid is I would say booyah to everyone. And it means no, apparently. So I love to say the word no to people when I was a child. And so, yeah. But yeah, I just really like the word booyah, I guess. But then I would go and, so I would go and get adopted. And when I was 5, I came over into America. And my family is, so I have 2 sisters. They're older than me, and they're born in different parts of China. But they were born, they got adopted when they were a baby. And then they, we're not blood related or anything like that. But they didn't know Chinese because they were adopted right when they were, And so, pretty much, they grew up in America. And then my mom, she's white and, speaks only English. And so I came over into America and to only know Chinese in a dialect that nobody understood. So even if someone knew Chinese, couldn't even talk to me. And so I was very silent, and I throughout my entire life, I absolutely hated that I knew Chinese, and especially a dialect that nobody could speak. And so I would get really upset and all that because everyone was pushing me to know English. And so I was told by multiple teachers and just family and just everyone around me told me I was stupid. And I was also, since I was slower than everyone, I got held back in kindergarten, and that really did not help the case. And then also, I was born with a cleft lip, and that's when you're born with one side of your face has like a hole where there's supposed to be like the other part of the nose. And so I just look kind of funny, I guess. But I mean, I had surgery, but still, though, I guess I looked a little weird. And so teachers would say, oh, like, since she looks a little weird or whatever. Well, they wouldn't say it in that way, but I was a little slower, and then like my nose and all that. They wanted to put me in a special ed class, and my mom's like, no. And so I was put into like regular classes, but since I was held back and I only knew Chinese and I was a little slower when it came to reading and all that, I was called stupid all the time. And so I had this idea in my head throughout my life, I'm stupid. And so, and it really didn't help that, some family members would tell me I am that. And so, I really believed it, because it was like I was being told by, people that higher up, family and strangers, that I was stupid when I was a child. And then I think things started to shift for me, and I was like pushing, like, since I really hated knowing Chinese, I was like trying to like erase it out of my brain. And then I would only focus on reading. And so I think that things started to shift in third grade, and I was like in the lowest level class. And I remember I got this book called Dick and Jane, and I was so adamant about forgetting Chinese and just focusing on English that I would literally have this book for hours, and I would go over and over and over and over and over the words like Dick kicked ball or Jane kicked ball, whatever. And I would like hours on hours of just repeating over and over and over and over again till I ingrained it in my brain that reading these words. And it got to the point I got really good, and I completely forgot my Chinese. And then my mom ended up finding someone that actually did speak the dialect, but by then it was just too late. So I have no memory of knowing this Chinese whatsoever. Like, everyone asked me, "Ooh, can you speak Chinese?" No, I can't. Like, I literally have pushed it down so much that I can't even recall anything of my childhood, because it just really bothered me being told stupid, like I'm stupid all the time. So then I ended up getting a lot better, and I ended up being one of the top reading students, third grade. And that's when I started to love reading, and I was reading like chapter books and all that. I pretty much caught up to everybody at this point. And then in fourth grade, I was one of the top readers. Like, I could read books so quickly, and I was really proud and all that. And so that's when I like fell in love with reading and all that. And that's probably where my idea of wanting to be a teacher and letting know students that feel that they are slower doesn't mean you're stupid. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. People pick up on things at different times. And so in fourth grade, I was like one of the best readers. And then I felt like really smart and all that, and I gained my confidence. And but yeah, I was pretty quiet, but I was still gaining my confidence. And I think it was for a long time, from like kindergarten to fourth, I was extremely quiet. Like, I was not even talking whatsoever. Like, there were some points where teachers thought I could not speak, even though I could, because like my mom would be like, oh, well, she speaks at home and all that. But like whenever out in public, I was very like silent and all that. And so then in 5th and 6th grade, I guess this would be like my time period where I guess I really shined, and I was very confident, and I was like the popular girl, I guess you would say. Everyone wanted to be around me and all that, and I had like this is when I was like making tons of friends, and yeah, like everyone noticed me, and my personality was coming out, and really into fashion and all that. So I wear like a new outfit every single day. I love fashion. And so then yeah, so a lot of teachers like noticed me and were like telling me, oh, you're really smart, I see you as a fashion person or a writer, or all this stuff. And so that's kind of like today now, that's kind of what I see myself these days, like of what they've told me from 5th to whatever. And so then I 5th, 6th, 8th, great. 7th and 8th, it's fine. But then then in high school I was all right, I guess. I just felt like I was just like in the background, I suppose, like your average person going through whatever it is. But I did have like points where, so my family would tell me, oh, you're stupid and blah blah blah, put me down every day. And so I really believed those words, and I've felt throughout my entire life, because being told stupid all the time by my own family, that I felt everything that I touch would just be awful. And I would have this idea in my head, it isn't even worth it or something like that. And I will work so hard to prove to myself I'm not stupid. And so, yeah, I think that being told you're stupid, whenever you're a child and all that, and even if your own family is saying that, that's where the idea comes from. But in reality, it really is not. Like, you're not stupid. Like, there's nothing wrong with, being slower and just picking up on things and all that. And, I've gone through a lot of my life trying to prove myself, oh, I'm not stupid. So, like, I was told for, a very long time, I was taught that, oh, like, in order to make it, you have to go to college, you get your master's, you get your PhD. If you don't do that, you're stupid. If you don't get a 9 to 5 and can't hold it down, you're stupid. And, throughout my entire life, that was the idea. And so I have, I've held down jobs and all that. I've had, 9 to 5s and all that. The longest job that I've held down is 6 years. And then I had several other jobs where I held down for like 2 years. And, but I did not get a PhD. I was, on my way to get a master's degree. And if you guys have read the article that I sent out on the community, I have discussed this. And, I didn't get my master's. I did get my bachelor's, and I got all A's. I got a scholarship and all that. And I still felt very stupid because I didn't get a PhD, or a 9 to 5. Well, stuck with my 9 to 5 and all that. And it really bothered me and all that. So I just want you guys to know that if you are like me and you have this mentality, you want to explore the world and you want to go and do multiple things and you don't want to stick with one thing, and if you are taught that the only way is to get a PhD, like, or else you're stupid, like, no, like, there's so much more in life, and I know that, and that's kind of why I built this channel, so I can explore what else is out there and whatnot, and that to let others know that like, you're not stupid, and there's nothing wrong being slower, and that you don't have to prove to anyone that you're smart. Like, your intelligence really is just you being able to solve your own problems. Don't go and keep making the same mistakes, and you just learn from it. Like, that's literally the whole point of life. And that you don't have to get a PhD if you do not want to, and all that. Because I almost killed myself over college, because, you know, when I was in college, I was doing 3 to 4 jobs. I was like doing all these side hustles. I was doing full-time school. So if you don't know how college works, you are doing 4 to 5 classes, and it is rough to do 4 or 5 classes, getting all A's, and then doing 3 to 4 jobs while maintaining a very high GPA. It is very rough. And I also got a lot of people around me they think that getting an education degree is so easy, and actually it is pretty hard to get a education degree. A lot of it is not tests and whatnot, because a lot of degrees require a lot of testing. But when it comes to the education, whenever you are trying to get your degree, a lot of it's all about application and all that. Like, can you go and learn about this certain concept, and can you apply it into the classroom, is the way that it works and all that. So it's actually very difficult, because if you, like, let's say someone in whatever certain degree, and they are great at testing but can't apply, then yeah. So there's some kind of kind of thing, like trying to connect it and all that. Some people have a hard time with that. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that there's nothing wrong. Even if you feel you're stupid, like, you have to change the mentality and be like, well, if I'm the stupid one in this room, honestly, it's better. Because if, let's say you are so smart and you know everything, all the turnout of what's gonna happen, and just all the facts, and you just know everything, wouldn't that be boring? Wouldn't you feel that there is no point to do anything at that point? Like, honestly, if you know how everything's gonna be, and you know all the facts, like, there would be no point. So let's say, like, you're so intelligent that you go and pull up this, if you apparently know everything, let's say you pull up a recipe, and, like, in your head, and then you just know if you're gonna like it or not, and then you know every single little fact of ingredient, and then you feel like you're smarter than everyone, so there's no point in, like, even sharing it and all that. Like, honestly, like, it'd be so boring. Like, if I knew everything and I'm the smartest person in the room, I would feel there would be no point to do anything and all that, and I would have this idea in my head that I'm smarter than everyone, and feel that it's just that, like, I would just steer away people and all that if I just thought I'm just smarter and I just knew everything and all that. Like, so it's better to just be stupid and just learn from your mistakes, and to go and really navigate life and do whatever it is that you want to do that calls for you. And then you can share your experiences and all that, and let others know that there's nothing wrong with being slower and all that. Like, I'm one of those people that how I learn is through basically just doing it, putting my all in, and, like, I have to be hands-on, I need visuals, I need to hear things, and just I need, like, everything to. But the big thing about me is that once I have learned whatever it is, it sticks with me for the rest of my life. And some people, they may learn something, but they'll like forget about it and have to relearn. When for me, if I immerse myself in whatever it is, then I'll have it for the rest of my life. And so I think that is better than just learning and then forgetting and then whatever, repeating the same mistakes. So normally what I do, since I know that I, have a harder time to grasp certain concepts very quickly versus other people, I'll go and research it all, and then I will go and list out on how to be exactly successful and figure out what exactly it is like. So I'll learn people's mistakes on whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So I'll go look up videos and I'll learn their mistakes. I'll be like, okay, not gonna do that, because there we go, I went and looked at that. And then I'll go and do some research, read some articles, and then I would go and in my head and I would see myself do it, and I'm like, okay, what mistakes did I do? And then go and write it down or whatever, and I would replay it billions of times over and over and over again. And then I would go and research some more, and then I would go out and do it myself. Is kind of my mentality, because knowing that I do not grasp things as quickly as other people. And so, yeah, I've always felt very, I guess, self-conscious over feeling like I do not pick up on things as fast as others. So whenever I, watch videos or whatever, if someone's trying to explain things to